Hello, good morning. How are you all? So, after the Onam vacation and our first internal assessment, we are back to our classes. This is our video number 20, and we are starting chapter 6, Data Analysis Made Easy. In your lower classes, you have already learned about the software that is LibreOffice Calc. In your 7th standard, you have learned about this software. You have learned how to tabulate data, how to calculate the sum, how to find the average, and how to add graphs in it. So you have a previous knowledge about this software LibreOffice Calc from your lower classes itself. The learning objectives for today's class is to learn how to identify the cell address and how to add a new column and row. It is a difficult task to classify, tabulate, and analyze the data which is collected from more than 100 questionnaires and to reach a conclusion. So if you're doing this with the help of a computer, it will reduce our workload and the analysis will be made easier. For that, we have many spreadsheet software packages which will perform these kinds of activities. Some of the examples for spreadsheet softwares are Calligra Sheets, Microsoft Excel, OpenOffice.org Calc, LibreOffice Calc, etc. And in this chapter, we are going to learn about the software LibreOffice Calc. It is a spreadsheet software which helps us to classify, tabulate, and analyze data. So let's open the software. For that, go to Applications. From that, select Office. Then from that, select LibreOffice Calc. Okay, this is the LibreOffice Calc window. Here we can see many small rectangular boxes which are arranged in rows and columns. Each of these rectangular boxes is known as a cell. So we have many rectangular boxes here. These are arranged in rows and columns. Each of these boxes are known as cells. Now here at the top you can see the alphabets A, B, C, D, E, F, G, etc. These indicates the name of the columns. So this is column A, this is column B, this is column C, this is column D, and so on. So these alphabets A, B, C, D, etc. indicates the names of the columns and they are known as column headers. Similarly, here on the left side we can see numbers. These are not serial numbers but the name of the rows. This is row 1, this is row 2, this is row 3, row 4, and so on. So the numbers on this left side indicates the name of the rows and they are known as row headers. Then each of the cell in the spreadsheet has an address. Each of the cells is identified by its cell address. And the cell address is formed by combining the name of the column and name of the row. That is, it is a combination of the column header and row header. For example, consider this cell. We can select the cell by clicking the mouse on that particular cell. If I click on this cell, that cell will be selected. Now another cell, click on that cell will be selected. This is how we can select a cell. Now consider this cell. It comes under the column D and row 3. So its address will be D3 and that address is given here in this box. Now consider another cell. Okay, this cell comes under the column B and the row 8. So its cell address will be B8 and that is given here in this box. This is how we can identify the cell address. So that was our first activity, that is to identify the cell address. Now in your textbook in page number 89, here a table is given. This is the model of the table that we have to prepare in LibreOffice Calc. So we can type these data in LibreOffice Calc. So click on this cell, that is select a cell, then type whatever we want to add into that cell. So first cell is serial number. Now select the second cell. We can select different cells by clicking on that cells Also, we can select cells by using the arrow keys in the keyboard. So if I'm clicking on the right arrow key, the next cell will be selected. Down arrow key, the cell below that cell will be selected. Then up arrow key, left arrow key. So we can also select the cells by using the arrow keys in the keyboard. Now this cell is house number. Then next is total land. The next is measure of land used. The next cell is house name. Then quantity of vegetables produced. Then under that we have spinach, cucumber, lady's finger, beans, others, and total. Okay, now consider this cell. Measure of land used. We can't see the complete title here. So we have to click on this column. Then bring the mouse pointer to this edge or this edge. We can see a double-headed arrow mark on left side, also on right side. So we can click and drag it. See, now the width of that column has been increased and we can see the title completely. We can also reduce the width of the columns like this. Now we have to add serial numbers here. So here we have to type 1, below that 2, 3, etc. But do we have to type all the serial numbers in this column? No, we have a easier method. So first of all select this cell, then type 1, then press enter key. Now we have to select this first cell again. Here we can see a small rectangular dot here. Bring the mouse pointer on that. Then we can see a plus sign. Click and drag the mouse up to which number we have to add. So we have to add up to 10 numbers. After reaching 10 cells below 1, release the mouse. Then that column will be automatically filled. And this is known as fill handle. Fill handle help us to fill the data to adjacent cells automatically. This fill handle can be used not only to add serial numbers but also to add series of months, weeks, days, etc. For example, here I am going to type Sunday. Then see, we can see a small rectangular dot here. Bring the mouse pointer on that. We can see a plus sign. Click and drag the mouse. See, the adjacent cells are filled automatically. Similarly, for the names of months also, so like this, we can use this fill handle not only to add serial numbers but also to add the series of months, weeks, days, etc. Now we have completed filling that table. Our second activity is to add a new column and a new row. To the left side of this column E, we have to add another column. with the title name of the house owner. So how can we add a new column to this? For that we have many methods. First of all, we have to select this column E. We have to add a column to the left side of this column E. So first we have to select this column E. For that we have to just click on this column header E, then that entire column will be selected. Then here at the top we have a sheet menu. Click on that. Here we have insert column option. Then again we have columns left and right, two options. So if we want to insert a column to the left side of that selected column E, we can select this column left option, or if we want to add a column to the right side of column E, then we can select this second option, that is column left. Now we have to add a column to the left side of column E. So select this first option, column left. See, now another column is added here to the left side of house name. Here we can give the name or the title as name of the house owner. Consider we are going to select this row 5. If we want to add a new row above this fifth row or below the fifth row, first we have to select this row 5. For that, click on this row header 5. Now this entire row 5 is selected. Then from sheet menu, insert row, we have two options, row above and row below. If we want to create a row above row 5, select the first option. If we want to create a row below row 5, then select this row below option. This is one method for creating new rows and columns. Second method is select a column or row. Now I have selected this column F. Then click the right button of the mouse. Then we can select the required option from here, insert column to left or right. Similarly, for inserting row also, select a row by clicking on the row header, that is row name. Here I have selected the row 6. Then right click the mouse. Here we can see two options, insert rows above and insert rows below. So this is another method of creating or adding new columns and rows. Similarly, we have two buttons here. One is to add rows and second one is to add columns. So again, select a column by clicking on the column header. Here I have selected the column F. Then click on this column button. Here we can see two options, insert columns to left or right of this selected column. Then for adding a new row, select a row, then click on this row button. Here we can see insert rows above, insert rows below, two options. So these are different methods for adding new rows and columns.
Now let's summarize what we have learned in today's class. Our first activity was let's identify the cell address. When we open LibreOffice Calc, we can see many rectangular boxes which are known as cells arranged in rows and columns, and each cell is identified by its cell address, and cell address is a combination of the column header and row header. Then our second activity was to add a new column and row. For that we have seen three methods. First method was selecting the option insert a new row or column from sheet menu, and second method was by right clicking on the row or column header, and from the box that appears we have to choose the options to insert a row or column. Then third method was by using the row and column inserting buttons in the toolbar.
Now you have a homework in your textbook, page number 89. A table is given, table 6.1. This is the table for cell address formation. You have to fill this table in your notebook as a homework. So I hope all of you are clear with the topics that we have discussed in today's class. See you next class. Bye.